So you've brought home a hamster, and you think your house is ready. You've got the cage set up, you've got the food and water bottles, maybe you've even got one of those cute little exercise wheels. But here's the hard truth. Your house is almost certainly not hamster safe. And if you let your hamster explore without fixing these problems first, you're putting your tiny friend in serious danger. Most people don't realize just how vulnerable hamsters are. These are small, curious animals with instincts that drive them to explore, chew, squeeze into tight spaces, and investigate everything with their mouths. What looks like a normal living room to you is actually an obstacle course of life-threatening hazards to a hamster. Let's start with the most obvious danger: other pets. If you have cats or dogs, you need to understand that they are predators, and your hamster is prey. It doesn't matter how sweet or gentle your golden retriever is, or how lazy your old cat seems. The predator-prey instinct runs deep, and even a playful paw swipe or curious nose bump can injure or kill a hamster. A cat's claws carry bacteria that can cause fatal infections. A dog's jaw can crush a hamster in an instant, even if the dog thinks it's just playing. The solution isn't just supervision. You can't watch every moment, and accidents happen in seconds. Your hamster's cage must be in a room that dogs and cats cannot access, or it needs to be elevated and secured where they can't reach. When your hamster is out for exercise or playtime, other pets must be in a completely different area with closed doors between them. No exceptions. Now let's talk about electrical cords. Hamsters are rodents, which means they have teeth that never stop growing. They need to chew constantly to keep their teeth at a healthy length. Electrical cords look like perfect chewing material to a hamster, and the consequences are horrific. A hamster can bite through the protective coating and hit the live wire, resulting in electrocution, severe burns, or death. Go through every room where your hamster might explore. Computer chargers, lamp cords, phone chargers, television cables. All of them need to be made inaccessible. Use cord protectors. Run cords behind furniture that's pushed flush against the wall. Use cable management boxes or elevate cords off the ground entirely. You cannot leave them exposed. While we're talking about chewing, let's address toxic materials. Your home is full of things that are poisonous to hamsters. Pothos, philodendron, aloe vera, jade plants, English ivy, daffodils, tulips, and dozens of other common houseplants are toxic. Even small amounts can cause vomiting, difficulty breathing, or organ failure. If you have houseplants, identify every single one and check whether it's safe. If it's toxic, remove it from any space where your hamster will be. Wooden furniture treated with varnish or paint is dangerous if chewed. Candles, essential oils, air fresheners, and cleaning products all pose risks. Hamsters have extremely sensitive respiratory systems, and strong scents or fumes that seem fine to you can cause respiratory distress. Keep these products far away from your hamster's cage and play areas. Let's move on to gaps and escape routes. Hamsters can squeeze through incredibly small spaces. We're talking about gaps as small as half an inch for dwarf hamsters, maybe an inch for Syrian hamsters. Once they get into a gap, they might not be able to get back out. Check your baseboards behind furniture, under appliances, inside cabinets and closets. Can a hamster slip behind your refrigerator or stove? Can they get into heating vents? Seal all of these entry points with door sweeps, foam sealant, or mesh. If your hamster gets lost in your walls or ventilation system, there's a very good chance you will never see them again. They can die of dehydration within days. Preventing escape is not optional. Now let's talk about heights and falls. Hamsters are good climbers but terrible at judging distance. They will climb up onto things without any understanding of how far the fall is. A fall from even 2 or 3 feet can cause broken bones, internal injuries, or death. If your hamster is exploring, they need to be in a safe, enclosed area at ground level. Use playpens designed for small animals or create floor-level exploration zones using storage cube panels. Eliminate the possibility of dangerous falls. Temperature is critical. Hamsters can easily develop heat stroke in temperatures above 75 degrees, and they can go into torpor if temperatures drop too low. Check where your hamster's cage is located. Is it near a window where direct sunlight hits? Near an air conditioning vent? Near a radiator? Your hamster's cage needs to be in a climate-controlled area with stable temperatures between 65 and 75 degrees. Small objects are dangerous. Anything small enough for a hamster to pick up might end up in their cheek pouches. Rubber bands, paper clips, coins, beads, pins, small batteries. Before you let your hamster out, get down on the floor and look at it from hamster height. Clear everything away. Human food is another major issue. Chocolate is toxic to hamsters. So are onions, garlic, raw potatoes, citrus fruits, almonds, and anything sugary or salty. Keep all human food completely away from areas where your hamster has access. Let's address your hamster's cage itself. A lot of cages sold in pet stores are actually inadequate or dangerous. Those colorful plastic tube habitats? Hamsters can get stuck in the tubes, overheat in them, or suffer from poor ventilation. Wire cages with wide bar spacing? Hamsters can squeeze through or get their heads stuck. Your hamster needs a properly sized enclosure with at least 450 square inches of continuous floor space, solid flooring, adequate ventilation, and no sharp edges. Inside the cage, check everything. Is the water bottle hanging securely? Is the exercise wheel solid surface, not wire rungs that catch feet? Is the bedding appropriate, meaning paper-based or aspen, and definitely not cedar or pine, which release toxic oils? Hamsters are sensitive to loud noises and need periods of darkness to maintain their natural rhythms. The cage needs to be in a quiet area with a normal day-night light cycle, not next to a television or in a room with constant activity. Cleaning products leave residue and fumes. If your hamster walks across a floor just mopped with harsh chemicals, they'll ingest it when grooming. Switch to pet-safe cleaning products or use simple vinegar and water solutions. Make sure surfaces are completely dry before your hamster explores. Kitchens and bathrooms should be off-limits. Kitchens have toxic fumes from non-stick pans, dangerous foods in trash cans, and gaps behind appliances. Bathrooms have toilets that pose drowning risks, concentrated cleaning products, and medications. Hamster-proofing is not a one-time task. You need to maintain these standards constantly. Every time you bring something new into your home, think about whether it poses a risk. Every time you rearrange furniture, check for new gaps or hazards. And supervision is not optional. Even in a hamster-proofed room, your hamster should never be out of their cage unless you are actively watching them, not sort of keeping an eye on them while you scroll your phone. Actually watching, because hamsters are fast, creative, and determined. They will find the one thing you missed, and it only takes a moment for disaster to strike. Your hamster is completely dependent on you to keep them safe. They don't understand danger. They don't know that electrical cords can kill them or that a fall will break their legs. They don't know that your cat sees them as prey or that the gap under the door leads to a place they can't escape from. You are their only protection. Walk through your home right now and look at it through your hamster's eyes. Get down on the floor. Look for gaps, hazards, toxic materials, dangerous heights. Fix every problem you find. And then stay vigilant because your hamster's life depends on it. They're small, fragile, and trusting. They deserve a safe home.